I'm laying here trying trying to get up, and I'm having a conversation with the energy of Baron Samedi inside my head, right? And a lot of times these kind of conversations are not like pleasing to the ears of people. You really need a safe place to be able to express this kind of stuff. But right now, what I want to do is turn this conversation inside out because I'm having it in my head, but I want to see if I can verbalize it because whether people want to hear it or not, people that the main people that don't want to hear these kind of stories are the ones that ignore what's going on inside of them until someone else turns their story inside out, from inside your head to outside. Okay, verbally expressing the realness, not the fake positivity, not the testimony that's going to edify, by telling a lie. Okay, people can be edified by the truth, period, whether it's good or bad. The truth is what edifies us, not no toxic positivity. Okay, so anyway, I'm having this conversation with the bear on Samedi, and I'm talking to um a family member and just expressing to them, which I don't think I would do this in real life, especially not at this time, because anytime you express certain things, to people, you know, they shut you down, right? Especially if it sounds negative to them. So I'm telling this family member, listen, I said, I really don't care about who died, okay? But I'm living, and I'm not going to sit here and use my life to uh, suffer because someone thinks I should be doing something just because somebody died. When somebody died in the family, um, there's all these things that you got to do in order to prove your love and your care, for the family. Okay, you should be driving here. You should be doing this. You should be doing that. You should be comforting people who, you should be crying. There's a lot of you should be doings, when someone dies in the family. And it's hard to really grieve the way you see fit in order for the healing process to begin and the healing process to proceed, right? Get it done and get it over with. We need to get through the healing process, not stay stuck in it because we are sacrificing ourselves to the obligations that people put on us, right? And we all do it to each other. I'm not claiming to be innocent. Okay. So, anyway, and then I started saying, listen, I don't care who died, but I'm living. And if no one has compassion on me, it's up to me to have compassion on myself. I said, I am, um, I feel like I am digging myself. This is how my life feels. And I'm going to worry about somebody else dying. My life feels like I'm digging myself out of a really, really deep grave that somebody done buried me in. I don't know if somebody else did it, if I did it, if everybody did it, but I feel like I'm digging myself out of a really deep grave. Okay? 6 feet under, say what you want to say, but it was a really deep grave. I'm digging myself out from a deep grave that I got buried in and forgotten, like the forgotten dead, that Barun Samdi governs with gentleness and kindness and cares for deeply. And that's why I have the kind of relationship that I have with Barun Samdi today. Okay, I haven't always had this kind of relationship with Baron Samedi and Mama Brigette, his wife. But my relationship is based with these energies, is based on the energy, their own energy that is made up of my DNA that connects with their energy of compassion for those who have been forgotten, right? And what does that mean? It means I'm in pain, forget about you. You supposed to be caring about other people that's in pain. I tripped up. Well, if you trip up, get your ass up, go and brush your shoulders off, and do what the hell you got to do for other people that's tripped up. This is what I mean about the forgotten dead. Okay? Now you walking around like a zombie, just, spewing self-righteousness and charity all over the place, and everybody hates you, okay, that you're trying to impress and sacrifice your whole life for, because now you think you better than everybody else. Forget that, B, right? And I just try not to cuss on social media, but girl, my mouth. People be shocked. Out of respect, I don't do it. I do it a lot on the inside, but sometimes I turn that inside out because I am in a safe place where people are not going to judge me or be offended by me, right? And I choose not to judge anyone or be offended by them if they turn that profanity inside out, okay? Because sometimes we need to just turn what's inside on out, right? I compare it to something else, that we consider disgusting, but it's natural and it's nothing disgusting about it because it's a way of cleansing your body. But, peeing, pooping, that's what's on the inside, gotta come out, right? So, my hand is shaking trying to hold this phone, but I don't feel like trying to set things up and do all that stuff because by the time I do that, I done stepped out of the arrestment of the spirit. I'm making stuff up. That's what we do. We creators, we goddesses, we gods. We are kings, queens, okay? Let's love up on ourselves and deify everything that we do, okay? And break down that conditioning that kept us bound from the gift of creation. But anyway, so yeah, I just like the end of 2023, I just started having a relationship with Baron Samdi and Mama Brigette, and the most person that talks a lot is Baron Samdi. Mama Brigette, me and her have like, different conversations a little bit, but I noticed that she likes me to share more of what her husband says. What me and her talk about is a little bit more intimate, and I usually don't feel led to turn that inside out. But yeah, and I wanted to share this too because maybe one day someone will come across it and decide that you know, they are going to recognize their own pain and tend to their own pain because they have been forgotten, and stop walking around like a zombie, okay, trying to take care of people that everybody want to love up on when you're the one that's forgotten. You're the one that no one wants to love up on. You're the one that needs the prayer, the attention. That reminds me of a song we used to sing when I was in Christianity. Let me see if I can remember it. We used to sing it to, the kids, and darn it, I'm in the need of prayer. Not my brother, not my sister, but it's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. Not my brother, not my sister, but it's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. You know what I'm saying? There comes a time when you got to pray for your damn self because you have been forgotten by others, right? There comes a time when you have to encourage yourself because you have been forgotten by others. There comes a time when you have to edify yourself because you have been forgotten to be edified by others. They done already buried you 6 feet under, and you trying to undig yourself. And if you can make it far enough to undig yourself, unbury yourself from 6 feet under and you walk around like a freaking zombie if you're free. If you're not free, okay, you are owned by everybody that is using you, okay, to service them, right? You're a zombie with every master that's using you to service them. Just walking around like a zombie, right? And they got that permission from the Baron Samedi energy from within inside yourself. We got to stop giving people permission to bury us and forget us. Okay? But when we do give people permission to do that, there's always there's always that energy, that Baron Samedi energy within us that is never going to forget about us, and that is going to give us what we need to build us up strong enough to one day stand for ourselves, even if it takes lifetimes and it doesn't happen in this lifetime and you die servicing someone that has forgotten about you and your needs. You die serving the needs of others because you never forgot about what their favorite food is. You never forgot about what they need. But when it comes to you, it's always forget about her. She do what I ask her to do. I can easily manipulate her. Oh, she's always a safe place for me to talk without judgment. But if she ever wants to talk to me about anything, I'm just gonna gaslight her. I'm gonna shut her up and shut her down because I don't want to hear no negative shiz from her. But they forget about how much negative shit you gotta hear from them and transmute that energy so that they can have a better day. Okay? And you're sitting around doing the work, the spiritual work for them that they should be doing for themselves. Okay, but you gonna learn a little something, something. Baron Samedi and Mama Brigette will never forget about the forgotten dad. They will always love you dearly from within their breath inside of you, being patient until the day you are able to recognize them, that they are not your enemy, that they are not the energy that you should be afraid of. And that's why when I saw the two shadows at the end of my bed, that marked the beginning of our relationship, because they were never going to show themselves to me because of my fear of them. I've been conditioned to fear these energies and consider them devils and this and that. Oh my God, death is at the end of my bed. I'm going to die. Oh no, we fear death, right? And so they are that shadow of death within us, right? Connected to the universal part of them that is assigned to us to help us and love us and remember those parts of us that has been forgotten, the part of themselves that is us that's been forgotten, right? And so, yeah, I saw them at the end of my bed. I don't know if I uploaded, but I'll say it now. And I was a little bit afraid, but I was only afraid because I thought I should be afraid, but I really wasn't afraid. But I was saying, maybe, under my breath or something, I was saying I'm not ready to die. And I felt like the energy was really saying, we're not here to kill you. And I'm like, why are you here? And basically the energy was like, just to watch over you. And for a whole year, I'm thinking, why are they here? Why is the dead here to watch over me? I'm alive. Like, if you don't have my ticket to bury me, then why are you here? Like, it was just really hard to comprehend. And now that it took a year for those two shadows to actually move forward, I needed to learn about that energy and be open to communicating with the energy authentically instead of taking what I've learned and what is said about those energies and trying to build a relationship based on that. We need to learn about everything under the sun, in order to have a relationship, an authentic relationship with everything under the sun that is assigned to us for such a time as whatever this is, right? And so, like, that scripture that says study to show yourself approved, that's what we have to do. I started studying fearlessly about Baron Samedi and Mama Brigette and the luau's and the spirits of death and Gede, those spirits that we've been conditioned to fear or jump at, like, with the harsh mouths and stuff like that. I've always had a harsh mouth. I come from a family with harsh mouths. Listen, okay, harsh languages, profanity. I'm not going to say curses, because curses is, a spell that you put on somebody to, to jinx them, to hex them, and things like that. So that's what I think a curse is, okay? So I'm not going to say curses, but profanity, that language that we were taught not to speak, that is offensive to people, that language that frees us from what no longer serves us. That's what I call that language. That language that is, you know, uh, equivalent to taking a S, when you need to take a S. But you need a safe place to take that S, because there's people that is going to be offended by the smell and by the fact that you took a S in front of them. So we gotta respect all things at the end of the day, whether we like it or not. But anyway, I've always had a foul mouth, but I've been trained not to use that foul mouth because it's not ladylike, and for a whole lot of reasons. And it just filled me up and filled me up and filled me up and began to make me sick, because I never had a safe place to just be authentic and just be me and just say what I want to say and not worry about fighting evil eye. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, and I'm still, deciding that discernment is best. Okay, so when I'm on making these videos or whatever, I'm trying really hard not to use those words. But anyway, so these energies want to have relationships with us, but we're too afraid because we think that they're going to take our life before we ready. We want to argue with them, we want to argue with the time, and we spend a lot of time trying not to die when everybody's got death is inevitable. Everybody's got a divine appointment, okay, when it comes to everything, success, life, success, what I'm saying, love, passion, death, yeah, all of it, is in divine timing. If we have a good relationship with that energy within us, connecting to the universal energy assigned to us, then we will be able to be okay with that relationship. We will be okay and ready when it's our divine time for, we'll be ready when it's our divine time for anything. Me and the Baron Samedi, we don't talk about when it's time for me, like talk about, oh, when am I gonna die? Nah, dude. I mean, we agreed. I don't want to have that conversation. I just want to learn. I want to learn how to live, because right now I'm just this zombie walking around. I'm saying, free zombie. I'm a free zombie now. I used to be that zombie servicing others, okay? Because I was the forgotten dead. But now that I am free from religion, and when I say from religion, I'm not trying to be disrespectful towards religions. I'm trying to express myself the best way that I know how. But when I say free from religion, I'm talking about free from interpretations, wrongful interpretations when it comes to the truth inside of me, the interpretation and perception of God and law inside of me, right? And so I done went off on a tangent. Now I don't know what I was saying. But anyway, a zombie. Like, now I feel like I'm just the zombie that is free now because the master died. Okay, I done renounced wrongful interpretation. I didn't renounce wrongful religion. I'll put it like that, not to condemn all religion. Um, so yeah, there's so much to be said for that. Um, so yeah, so I feel like now that mass is gone, you know, I'm just a zombie roaming around, you know what I'm saying? Not owing nobody anything, but still forgotten. You know what I'm saying? And so, and when I say forgotten, I say forgotten about myself. And so now, of course, it's divine time for me to have this relationship with Baron Samedi and Mama Brigette because they govern and love and care for deeply those who have been forgotten, the dead who have been forgotten. And so I am literally that. Okay? No matter what it look like I'm alive, but a lot of us know what I'm talking about. A lot of us know how you feel, and how you feel is very real, but we were taught to that what you're feeling has nothing to do with what's real. And you a zombie, right? And so my relationship with Baron Samedi and Maman Brigette is is based on resurrection and restoration. Okay, they're not here to kill me because I'm already dead. They're here to help me figure out how to live so that they can live as me. And you know what I'm saying? So that they can live vicariously. And we take vicariously like, oh, my daughter, I live vicariously through my children. Oh no, vicariously when it comes to to spirit and energy, we are made up of all these energies, and those energies want to live vicariously. That doesn't mean possess me. It just means that that energy is already a part of me, having my experience, God, a part of the God body, having my own experience, and it wants to have my experience in a way that um, doesn't mean that they can't live a little bit, you know? They want flesh on their bones, right? And I'm speaking kind of metaphorically, even though metaphorically is realer than non-metaphorically. But anyway, and so it reminds me of a scripture in the Bible about prophesying to these dead bones, right? And I can see, as I quote that scripture, the flesh being put back on the bones. All right. And so there's so many different perceptions and translations when it comes to how we communicate with universal life force energy. But sometimes we gotta ground deep enough, okay, to talk to the dead, because for a lot of us and most of us, that means talking to ourselves, but we don't believe it because we look like we alive, but uh-uh. And some of us don't even look like we, okay? But and sometimes it means going to the other extreme and ascending and talking to um the light force energy of God, and get a different perspective of life, because now you're looking at life from from a high place. But when you're looking at life from a deep, deep, low place, okay, it's a different kind of energy that we normally don't embrace, but it is beneficial, okay, to embrace that, because you're embracing yourself. You're embracing half of yourself. Okay? But anyway, I hope that my little message turned inside out can resonate with someone. Okay? What's the other word I'm looking for? Resonate, right? Oh, confirmation. give someone the confirmation that they need to be free, or to be on the path of freedom, because there's a process to this. I can just say today, I'm free, I'm free. But how long is it going to take for the process of being on the path of freedom? How long is that process? That's why we should not despise the process. Anytime we proclaim that we are free, we are saved, we're alive, anytime we proclaim these things, we have to remind ourselves not to despise the process, because for some of us that path could be 10 blocks, for others that path could be 20 blocks. We don't know how long that path is, but we want to get on that path. We don't want to despise the process of that path. We want to enjoy the process and stop to smell the flowers on that path when the flowers come. We want to build houses on that path when it gets too cold, to protect ourselves from blowing in the wind or whatever, or freezing to death when it snows on that path. We want to build houses to protect ourselves from the sun when the sun is beaming on that path. But we want to be on that path and have that experience, and embrace and love and appreciate that experience, because we don't know how long we're going to be on that path. Okay? But we want to get through and not stay stuck on that path, right? So anyway, if you find that these are pearls, beloved, pick them up and rock them. Don't trample them. Only pigs trample pearls, and if you want to be a pig, it's on you. It's okay. Pigs are part of the God body too. That's your choice. But I'm still going to tell you, over here, don't be trampling no pearls like pigs, okay? If you find that this is going to love up on somebody, resonate with somebody, hug up on somebody, please feel free to share this video. I'm good with it. Please feel free to use the comments to express whatever it is that you want to express. Turn inside out whatever it is you want to turn inside out, until you create your own content, until you are able to create your own content and be ready to turn stuff inside out and put it out there for whoever to see. But being forgotten, for me, it looks like not very many people are going to pay attention. Not very many people are checking for you. So you might think, oh, I put my information out there and the whole world gonna know. No, how long did I have like a very, very little bit of subscribers? And even like right now, I think I have like 200 and something subscribers, and only like 10, sometimes less than that, sometimes more than that, people actually view. And that's because instead of me focusing on trying to get the subscribers up, I backed down from that, because my spirit said, no, back down from that, back down. You don't want none of that. Okay, you don't want to focus on the numbers. My Leo and my pride and competition and all that is feeling some type of way, and spirit done dealt with me, all right, and said, listen, you don't want none of that. I'm going to answer your prayer, okay? The prayer that you acknowledge, that we're going to acknowledge the prayer that you have, that prays that authentic people come into your life, that your message reaches the hearts of those it's supposed to reach. And sometimes it's not who you think or how many people you think. And sometimes people who watch or listen to you or is checking for you is not going to feel led to share it, with their circle, because nobody else in their circle is supposed to be exposed to the type of information that you have, because now you got a warfare against evil eye that you know nothing about, and that's just a lot of work. Okay, so appreciate the numbers that you have, because those numbers are good for you. Those numbers are your abundance. Okay, those numbers, your abundance might be a portion of two, where someone else's abundance might be a portion of 200,000. Okay, but we all have a different portion that equals abundance for us and our purpose. And we have to stop coveting the numbers of others. Stop coveting the desires of others, because when you really look at what you really want and what you desire, you will realize that that's not really what you want. It's what they got. Okay? But we don't realize that we are coveting someone else's desires and asking to receive someone else's desires, and dealing with disillusionment and disappointment because we can't have what belongs to somebody else. We can't have the portion somebody else got, when we couldn't handle that portion if we had it, because it's not really what we want. But we have forgotten what we want because we are too busy coveting what somebody else wants and asking to receive that and not receiving it and getting disappointed. Or we receive it and still get disappointed because it didn't give us the pleasure we thought it would give us. And we blame God. Well, you said you was going to bless us with no harmful causations and no painful toil and no sorrow. All these blessings that I have asked you, you have given them to me, but you have given them to me with pain, with sorrow, and with painful toil. Why can't you give it to me without that? I thought you said, it says in the scripture, you will not give me more than I can handle. Well, stop asking for more than you can handle. Because I can't win for losing with you, says thus saith the Lord. I can't lose for winning with you. If I give you what you want, if I give you what you ask for, but it's not what you want, then it's coming with painful toil and sorrow. So stop coveting what somebody else desires and asking for that. And then whatever you ask for, you shall receive without sorrow, without painful toil. All right, now, I done got hype. Anyways, so pick up these pearls and rock them, beloved. Be loved, be satisfied, and be protected. Peace.